and we've been making some good things happen in the city.
Okay. Let's take. If it's in your brain,
Yeah.
write it down.
This nigga's been around, bro. Like in the day, as far as the free food, I'm not even gonna try it out. I'm not even gonna.
I hate this channel.
No.
And we.
Later that same evening.
What you doing? So Mr. Rico Suave out here, bro.
Welcome back, Royal Nation, to another installment of Royal View, where you get a better insight of these king and queens behind the scene. I'm your host, Cheno Royal, baby. I'm here with
D-Stone.
Mr.
You know
Who?
the deal. It's your boy D-Stone.
Okay.
Mr. Kill the Game, you know what it is.
Okay, man. How you been, man? You gonna dap me up or what?
Yeah, you know the word. So, yeah, man, shit been going good, bro. Work up at the mall, little clothing store and stuff, and still driving and stuff, so,
Okay.
you know, got some music and stuff going, a couple other things, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, it's good seeing you, man. It's been like how long? Like 30 years, bro? I feel like I'm
Bro.
like 15 years old.
10.
10?
It felt like
Been a
around
while.
that time, IPFW was about close to 10 years ago, 2013.
At least.
I graduated 2013.
At least I know because I got a 7-year-old right now.
Yeah.
That's when everybody was coming around.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Around
sir.
then.
But go ahead for the fans at home, elaborate on who D-Stone actually is.
Okay, so I am an entrepreneur. I detail cars. I DJ. I tattoo as well, so I'm also an artist. I'm an aspiring artist here in town. I've been doing music probably since I was about 12, 13. I wrote my first song type deal, and you know, I used to dance and all that back and going viral on MySpace and all that stuff, bro. So, you know, I was born and raised here in the city. Fort Wayne, Indiana is definitely my hometown. And yeah, man, we trying to do something big, man. For sure, we got some big plans heading out for us.
Now, I heard you would talk about music behind the scenes. Is that like the main thing that you're trying to go for? Do you have like anything like mainly that you're trying to go for? You just like
So the main aspect right now is creating a stage and a platform.
Okay.
And then you manage the artists.
Okay.
That is the main my main goal is to manage artists.
Okay. And how's that working out for you? Like you got some artists that you already talking to?
Yes, I have a few artists, and we've talked about certain different types of contracts that they could sign. I've showed them certain contracts that other legitimate artists in the game industry are signing, and kind of try to make something close to it, but if not better. You feel me? Because the whole thing is right now, a lot of people are doing music, but they can't say they're full-fledged invested. Like, you don't know too many people who's spent $10,000, $20,000 investing themselves into just solely their music career, right? And so if you could talk to an artist and try to help them think of a plan to where, okay, let's say if I made $60,000 this year, 20% of that's going to my music, going towards this career path, towards this lane, making this on purpose. You're not saving the money on accident. You're doing something with a purpose, and it's, you know what I mean? It's to get your foot in the door.
Yeah.
It's to definitely get your foot in the door, because when someone hasn't had that budget, I don't mean to stretch it out too long, bro, but when someone hasn't had that budget compared to when someone actually has had that budget, you can see where someone can take off easy and someone can take the hard route. That's what it is, trying to make it hard.
Well, like based off of like all of that, because that's all amazing stuff. Like, do you have like not like packages, but like certain things that you're gonna be providing for those artists?
I'm gonna strictly be doing videography, leaning more towards possibly editing or directing certain things. Like I said, the staging presence. I want to help my artists with their staging presence.
Yeah,
you know, I want to help them when they have writer's block. I want to be able to help them when they need studio time they can't afford it. I want to be able to be their backbone. You see what I'm saying? Giving them some more flexibility and make them feel more of what an artist's supposed to feel like. Even though, yeah, you can do that on your own, but when you have someone else pushing you to do that, why not? That's the whole thing. Why not? If someone signs a contract, someone signs a contract, bro, and let's say they just fail. They failed the contract. Well, guess what? try again. Because legally, technically now, however much money you use up, and if you don't go and push and push and push, create this content and do it correctly, it's gonna bite you.
Like, what would you say like is like an issue, like the main issue when it comes to that? Is it more like people just are like not communication
and the procrastination? If you know you have a team, right?
Yeah.
And technically everyone has different roles to play.
Yeah.
And this we call life, bro. You bring someone to the table, we all have different roles to play. Now how can I help kick you into gear? That's where the lag and the procrastination is coming from, because we're like my homie, he expecting someone to come around and push him to want to show the world that he's a battle rapper. Yeah. Well, if I can show you where everyone doing battle rapping that, and yeah, you join in with them, right? But how can you do something in your own little maneuver, your own how can you create your own mechanism? That's where the system and the industry is failing, because everyone is starting to sound, it's a big pool, and they're starting to all join in, they're sounding the same. Don't be like nobody else, bro. That's the main advice that I give someone, even youngins. You know, don't be like anybody else. That is the goal. You know, when you're seeing everybody else do such, that, and the third, you need to try to figure out, yeah, maybe you can do it like that, or you can kind of do something in those means, but do it different. That's where the big money is at.
You think it's like a peer pressure almost? Like they have to like almost like
it's an influence. It's an influence. But now, do you want to be an influencing content creator, or do you want to be, you know, just a boring, dull guy who's just, you know? That's the difference. There's a big line, because you have people in the industry where they have the talent, they don't have the push. Then you have people who have the push and they really don't have the talent. So think about it, bro. Where is that push coming from? That person has a better team. That's what it comes down to. We can't build trying to have the best team in the world, trying to have the best team that's ever done it, like a Fab Five type thing. What are we doing?
Yeah.
That means that we're literally intentionally trying to sound dude like the next person. Bro, you think back like when everyone was doing the 80s and the 60s, and bro, they're dancing all together. You don't see nobody doing that no more, right? So we're trying to end up bringing old school back, bring the authenticity back, make people feel good and happy again, but do it in a meaningful way to where it's for everybody. No one can be opposed.
Well, I agree in a way, because like I think technology, you're seeing the advancement in technology. So I think it's what you're saying in the advancement of like, not before you used to have to go like get in your car, drive to the studio, stay at the studio with somebody who knows every bit of the equipment. Nowadays, like I can go to like Sweetwater right down the road, pick up a little kit right there, come back, get boot it up in my laptop, and then figure it out.
Yeah, I've seen dudes make beats in their cars and record in all types of weird places, bro. And you wouldn't even believe it.
But I also agree with what you're saying, is like there's a lack of like authenticity, where like people are thinking like you just slap auto tune on me just talking, and that's music now.
Bro, the worst way. That's the worst way. Work on your raw, regular, tuned in, or even if it's your voice cracks or get used to that first before you get used to that robotic, synthesized, Audacity, or what'd you say? Auto-tune. Don't get used to your auto-tune voice before you get used to your actual voice. That's a whole nother discussion for itself, right, bro. Because I have a friend who he created a voice for when he raps, and everyone loves it. But the thing is, I try to push him because I want to see for myself. What do you sound like without that voice? What is your push and talent? What's every overall look like without that fake voice?
Right.
It's not fake. At first, it's fake. But when you see them for years dial in on that same, you know what I mean? That voice, their studio voice, bro. You can't be mad at them, but it's like, okay, I want to see what else you can do then. You know, they developed that. Let's develop, bro. Like, that's what it's about.
I was just having that conversation with my producer, because I was just like, you ever hear those artists where it's just like they do that voice and it sounds great. It sounds great. The production and everything put into it sounds amazing. And then you watch them like on stage and they sound nothing like what the actual thing sounds like.
Or it'd be like in the studio, the engineer has him sounding so hyped up, and then when he's on stage, he sound dull.
Don't do that, yeah.
You know, even then, if you have ad libs stacked on top of your verse, and let's say you double up on the verse, there might be a part where when you're performing it, you gotta skip some of those parts. That's why if you see some of the greatest people perform, they're basically wording half of their shit because they're going like this. Their song's so fire, they'll say da 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 boom, and then the crowd is continuing the lyric, right? They're getting paid to think about that. They're getting paid to do that, and this is what this is what we want to do.
Yeah, that's where the lack of art is like needs to be coming back into play, and you're kind of seeing it a little bit now.
So you think about going to an art show or a play, right?
Yeah.
A talent show. Everyone has to be quiet, tune in, and really listen, bro, and really observe, and really. Then you have the judges. You know, music's not that critical no more, and that's where it really went downhill because you can make anything you want based off your imagination, and someone's going to relate, or someone's going to relate to it somewhere.
Yeah.
That's why we make music, though, is because someone's gonna relate, no matter what.
No, I feel you. Now, staying on like the music topic, like, were you kind of like leaving like your own stuff behind? Because I know that you are an artist yourself. Do you have any stuff getting ready to come out for yourself? Are you gonna still be doing or pushing that lane, or like what's going on?
So
with
I do have 30 songs in the vault at least. Right,
y'all heard that,
and so y'all can go and look me up, XDS, or you could type in XD Stone on all platforms. And you know, here in the next month or so, I'm gonna be dropping this mixtape, and then back to that mixtape actually, and then I'm gonna be working on an album to release for next summer. That's the whole goal right now, brother. So
okay, any certain vibe going on there, or is it more of just like
I try to
storytelling?
I try to keep it a secret.
Yeah.
You know, like when I
hey,
because
man,
when I go up on stage, when I go up on stage, I want folks to kind of whoa, what was that? You know, really catch an ear. But I will give a little insight. Some of it is for some songs I got for the shorty, for the ladies. You feel me? Out of respect, because I am a gentleman. You know, I tip my hat and I open doors and I might kiss hands.
It's not dead, ladies. It's not dead.
Yeah, it's definitely not dead. But other than that, I got some hard, bro. Scoob, my engineer, Scoob.
Shout out Scoob.
Shout out to Scoob Stacks. He make all my beats. Like majority of the time, he record me, Zank or Tom. That's just to get that out the air. Can't none of y'all compete with any three of them. Them was my go-tos. And we working, bro. We working. I can't really say I got something for the shorties, and I got some hard trap kind of music. But I also have some cool, like just vibe on a Kendrick Cole, like a lyrical.
Oh yeah, talking
outreach. Yeah. There's a few where I have some storytelling with it or not, but man.
You got any particular artists out there that you haven't worked with that you would be dying to work with, or maybe even on that project?
My album, yeah. Now, you saying local, like local artists?
It could be anywhere.
Are you saying local artists?
Yeah.
So I've been meaning to do a song with Vontae the Voice, actually my cousin, and get him on a song like a soul felt vibe that's good for the kids, good for the girls, good for the people. Like, you know, sometimes when I make a song, I try to think about who's gonna outreach, and that was when I started. I realized, man, you gotta think about it. Like, who are you projecting? Who is your projection fan base? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And who are you projecting this image to? And sometimes you can switch it up on songs. That's why certain people, they look up, oh, I want to listen to this artist all day. Or I want to listen to certain artists that are like, you know, certain artists are in a genre, and then certain music is in a genre, you feel me? Because you got certain artists that are flexible. They can sing, dance, they can rap, you know, a little bit of everything. You got certain artists that can only after that, certain, you know what I mean, artists that only can sing.
Are you trying to be that? Are you trying to be like that one niche sort of person, or like
I've
you're
always
gonna
had
try
a
to
dream.
combine?
I've
Like,
always
all
had a
of it?
dream of doing all genres of music.
Yeah.
And for how much I love music, and you know, sometimes yeah, some of this stuff be for show or whatnot, bro. But like to the very core of me, bro, like music changed my life. I didn't have no outlets in life, you know. And the first thing I did, I joined the band in middle school.
Hey.
And from I was a percussionist.
Okay.
I learned almost every instrument.
Shout out.
But you know, I felt like I had something to do now. I still remember that feeling, bro. Just going to school and knowing I could go and play an instrument today. And then I'm having this little band things, and you know, my family coming to see me. Finally, I'm doing something. You know, I felt like I was doing something good. I had an outlet, you know.
Yeah.
But I've always wanted to do every genre of music, release, write, like the whole nine. And then I've always wanted to do. No, actually, there's a few some rock songs. I don't know if I could do the crazy hard metal, bro. But you know, you get what I'm saying. I could do some soft rock, some pop type of thing.
That's cool.
Feel me?
That's cool.
And I don't mind it. I love certain songs like that, and it hits me, bro. Some people, they may not feel it, whatever. Even when people talk about Rod Wave, they don't feel it. And I've had a long conversation with people about this stuff, bro. And it just comes down to some people will never like old school stuff anymore. Once they cross over, they're in the new school. They want to hear all new age, new school, everything, you know. But old school, ancient, like it's always everyone's all you got 50-50. Half of people is always gonna love old school stuff, and they're always gonna want things to be old fashioned and stuff like that. And then you have the other half is new school. That's what I'm saying, bro. That part right there is where, okay, too many artists stick in one lane, and then when you see Lil Wayne make a rock song, how many more fans does he get?
Yeah.
You see
Tech Nine, for example.
Tech Nine, bro, straight independent artist, bro, and he's through the roof all the way.
Right.
So it's just like examples like that, bro, to show you don't have to stay in one little lane, and especially if it's not working for you anymore. Bro, it's either your team, the way you're thinking, or you just gotta be patient. You gotta wait for that. You just gotta hold on. Sometimes in life, bro, like that, you just gotta hold. You might have the talent, you just gotta hold on to it, bro. Don't let go of that talent, bro, because there will be a time where you know we're gonna need you. You know, there'll be a time where the world will need you, bro.
We need you, and we need you for real.
So don't ever feel like you've been called to do this music for no reason. There's a big reason behind it. And you think about like when you play a drum, there's a beat, right?
Yeah.
When you play certain instruments, you have to tune it in and dial it in. That's how I feel. When you actually find that lane in your music niche, it's going to realign you. I believe that's something that I believe. The music, career, lifestyle, the whole path, bro, can realign you.
I kind of look at just being an artist, kind of like breathing.
Even just an overall artist, yeah.
You're breathing, so like you're always going to be changing. Things are always going to be changing. So you might love something right now that 5 years down the line, maybe even like a year down the line,
come back to it or something.
Well, you might just change. You might find something else that you vibe with a little bit better.
There's that.
Exactly. And then you just click with that. That doesn't mean that you're not true to it. Who knows? You might eventually come back to it, and you might have a whole new spin on what you're gonna do. Yeah,
it's for a reason. It's
Yeah.
definitely for a reason. Even if you have to come back to it 10 years later, you know, you still, if you learned how to play a piano when you was 10, you stopped playing piano for 10 years.
Yeah.
Now you're 20, you ain't played piano in 10 years. You probably still got it. Like, I can still read notes. I know I can.
Yeah.
And I ain't drummed in at least 10
Long
years. At
ass
least
time.
10 years, bro. At least 10 years.
But hey, man, there's one thing I wanted to know before we get into our last question, though.
Yes.
With all this talk, what's a game plan for this coming year? 2025 is like right around the corner, bro.
So Too Real ENT. This is my entertainment business. It was when I said my platforms, my managing artists. If I end up getting deals with foreign studios, etc. Right?
Yeah.
We're gonna partner up with OTM with Scoob in there, and so it just comes down to video. I'm trying to get a camera and do the videos next year, and have the stage and so the outside and the inside job taken care of. So if somebody wants to really come here and perform, that's what it is, bro. We need to be able to have these stages rocking, bro. Like, the city really deserves a good show from local people who've been here
We got the venues.
like, normal reputable faces. Like, all of this stuff that's going on with the Streets Meet the Ring and the whole Coliseum, and it's like, bro, imagine, bro, we letting them all think for us, and we just start thinking for ourselves what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
We're gonna have something just like that. That's the goal.
And that's perfect because it leads me into my question. Like, what overall,
Like a whole platform.
yeah, like overall, what's the overall end game of the Too Real, Mr. D Stone? Like, what do you see this? Where do you see this going the next couple of years, even 5 years?
I know for a fact that my artists that come in with me, we going west. We're doing shows, tours, all types of stuff. Like, we're gonna make that feel that we need here. We're gonna go get it, bring it back home. I like it. So, at the end of the day, this is what you call an end goal. I can sit here and think of this all day long, but if I don't keep saying it and bring it in front of the right people, that's the main thing. All the weight be feeling like sometimes, you making this decision is a lot of weight. Think about how many lives that we can change, bro.
Yeah.
And we literally are helping someone express their soul, their freedom, their mind, their story, their testimony, bro. Like, so that's what it is, bro. Every star don't have a beautiful face. Every person that became famous don't mean they asked for it. You get what I'm saying? And it's how do we find the hidden gems? It's time to stop sleeping on the hidden gems. And we need to know whether we can see or not. We need to feel that star is close to home.
And if you believe you a hidden gem, hit my boy up.
Come on,
bro. Hit my boy up, bro.
It's time to work. I can lead you. I can point you in the right direction. Social advice. I can help you create pages, websites, and it just all nine, bro. We can get you a tattoo studio. We can change your whole image, boost your whole image. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I appreciate you for sliding on out, showing some love, over there, Famo, Bama, since day one. Yes, sir. But go ahead, shout out any place we can find you, because we need to find you, sir.
So you can find me on Instagram at Mr. Kill the Game, and Facebook, Devon Stone. You know what I mean? We practice peace, and we keep it too real. Shout out to Cheno on the live Cheno Royal show. You know what's going on. Shout out to the city, and everybody needs to just come together. That's what the time is, man. You tell the time, so you really see.
Don't gotta have it on the wrist.
I ain't
what
gotta
time
watch
it is.
It's that time. Yeah.
Hey, y'all know what it is, Mr. D Stone, Famo, Bamo. But until next time, y'all stay royal out there. Peace.
Kings on the kings when you on the brink beg your pardon. Did you say we gon'
Hey yo, I definitely appreciate y'all for checking out this here video. Make sure you go ahead and check out any of the new and old content that is right above me, and make sure y'all stay royal out there. Peace.